Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and Return of the Living Dead's Clu Gallagher.
Returning once again to our little show. To find a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he die? He OG'd.
He overgolded.
And he's basically, it's just the body just completely wrapped like a mummy in chains.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the cop asks for the first time, how does he poop in that?
Yeah, how do you go? Like the running joke of, how does he go in the bathroom and all that shit?
Yeah.
Cut to the funeral of one Junebug.
Yes.
I guess, yeah, Spade.
Yes.
Because he's Jack Spade's
He's
brother,
his brother,
right?
yes.
And we have the late great John Witherspoon
Yes.
as the preacher.
Yeah, which is awesome.
And he says, Junebug! And then
Junebug?
literally everyone
What do you mean?
in the procession is just like, what do you mean, Junebug? This isn't so-and-so's one?
No, that was in the morning.
Oh, son of a... And then literally everyone except for two people get up and leave.
And they take their flowers on the way out.
Take the flowers.
One woman takes the flowers off the top of the casket. I'm like, you didn't bring that. They provide that, or the family pays for that. You thieving bitch.
And all
Grandma's
that's
a thief.
left is Belle and Cheryl, mom and sister.
Yeah, and he even walks up and is just like, you this is supposed to be Junebug's funeral.
Well,
not
not sister, sorry.
It's,
she was Junebug's widow.
Yeah,
Which I
very
thought
important.
Very important.
At first, I didn't realize that.
Well, here's what's confusing. Mm-hmm. Here's what confused me when she started kissing Jack halfway through the film.
Yeah.
She calls Belle Mama.
Yeah. I think that's a thing. Because, yes, I forgot the widow part as well. Because I'm like, as soon as he walks in and looks at her with that lust, I'm like, man, that's your fucking sister. No, it's not.
Because, listen, I've seen Folgers coffee commercials that start like this, okay?
Yeah.
I get you're trying to make a comedy, but hey.
There's a line here.
Hey.
Although, to be fair, Adam Sandler shit on that line, and it was actually pretty funny, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, good lord.
So yes, the widow.
Yeah.
Of Junebug.
Mm-hmm. That's very important.
Yes, very important. So they go back home, and some thugs knock on the door. Mm-hmm. Willie and Leonard.
Yep.
And apparently Junebug worked for Mr. Big, and he owes Mr. Big $5,000. Now that he's dead, guess who owes $5,000 to Mr. Big? I guess that's Belle and Cheryl.
Yeah.
And then they grab Cheryl, and then Mama proceeds to beat the shit out of Willie.
Yep.
And then tells him to pick up everything that he dropped. He's like, and then Leo's just like,
Leo's just like, yeah, man, pick it up. Flush
Fluff those
pillows. Come on, man. Like, he just
Hurry
jumps
up.
on. He's the equal opportunist. He just doesn't want his ass kicked, so he'll switch sides quick.
And then we get the unfortunate running joke for these two of you can either take the window or you can take the stairs. Oh, we'll take the stairs, like letting them walk down the stairs. No, she proceeds to kick them both down the stairs as they topple on top of each other while tumbling down the stairs.
The window might have been safer.
The window might have been safer. We get Jack coming home from the war.
Yep.
I guess we think at first he's a war hero.
Yeah, he's coming back from a war.
Because he's got all these patches and medals and all this stuff. And I left the room the same way you left you left it, baby.
Yeah.
And then literally she closed the door and never opened it for, what was it, 10 years or whatever?
Yeah, it was 10 or 11 years. And yeah, like, there's pizza boxes and shit like that. He had a bird that's now dead.
The flies, the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
Mm-hmm. And then they talk about how
Junebug OG'd.
Junebug got OG'd. And they show him a picture, and he's just like, "Oh my god, how'd you let it get to this?" And I'm like, for the intro,
they're
I
talking
tried.
it like it's drugs.
Yeah,
right?
like gold
he
is not
started
drugs.
with he started with
one chain, and it was fine. And then it just got like this. I wanted to get the audio for that so badly for the intro, and it's just not on the internet, man. I tried, it was not there.
That's the thing. Like we say, how did the movie escape us?
No one talks about it.
I think it's a lot like The Wood last week. Like, I'm sure this movie has its fan base.
Yeah, but they're very minor and they don't talk.
But,
Yeah. Like, I
was legitimately shocked that I went on Amazon and actually found out that this movie is, in fact, on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't seem like a film that anyone seems to be paying attention to.
No.
And it's strange.
Which is, once again, where we live.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to Will and Leo having to go back to Mr. Big without the $5,000 and without Cheryl, because they said, well, without $5,000, maybe we'll just take her.
Yeah, because they're like, look at
she's
her.
Worth about $5,000.
No, she's worth more.
Yeah,
that
she's
was
worth
the point.
more.
Yeah.
She's worth more. And, like, Mr. Big is John Vernon. Like, you got the Dean from Animal House? Like, John Vernon. They make a joke at the end going, oh, plenty of big actors have been in exploitation films.
I can do this. Why can't I do this?
So Jack and Belle.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I think this is where he's like, oh, God, he OG'd. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And she gives him shit and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So he goes to the youth gang competition being held because local hero Slade is now running this thing. I don't know what was the reasoning when he talked to the reporter.
The idea was that it was like
they're gonna
getting all the inner city gangs to like do something positive, but in their own way. So I think they were raising money for charity. And like
youth gang competition,
and so like basically, it's like it's doing something positive for the community in a way that they know how.
Yeah.
So
there's a race where you grab a TV
and you run
while
a dog chases you.
There's how fast can you strip a car, and it was a new record. They got a new record, and everyone celebrated. This is where Slade's interviewed by Skip Allen, played by David Allen Greer, who's doing his white voice. He's just like, well, I've never grown up in the ghetto. I grew up in the suburbs.
He's like, Dad was a lawyer, Mom was a, I don't know, receptionist or something like that. And he's like, I never hung out with any black people until I went to college. Like, oh, Jesus.
So Jack goes up to Slade. Mm-hmm. Can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, okay.
Because Slade was also... excuse me.
Him and his mom.
Yeah. It wasn't just that, but also
there's history.
Yeah, there's a
lot
of history.
She said I should have married that man.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if you would have married that man, you wouldn't have had Jack
and he's also the first person to put Mr. Big down. Yeah, that was the big thing.
Yeah. Because he's this I guess this Shaft type
character. He's basically Shaft to the point where they make the joke about how he's got his own theme song and they follow him around.
So he goes to him, shows a picture of his mom. He says, wait, you my kid or some shit.
We're not doing that, are we?
No, that's not what this is. That's not what this is. But I just need your help because,
Mr. Big is back and he's after my family.
My family's in trouble and my brother got killed or died.
He OG'd. And then he was just like, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm old.
I'm retired. Get the cops.
Yeah.
And he's like, but they can't do anything. It's, you got to do it kind of thing. So... they kind of leave it there for now.
He goes to get help from Black Revolution headquarters, which is what it's called. Yeah. And Clarence Williams III is Kalinga, who offers him a variety of bean-based food and drink.
Yeah.
Bean soda.
Yeah, do you want a bean?
Well, bean pie? No.
And he's like, no, I'm good. And he's like, well, how about a drink? Like, do you want some tea or some soda? He's like, yeah, sure, soda will be fine. It's bean soda. He takes one sip, spits it out, goes, what the fuck? He's like, it's an acquired taste, relax.
Talking about, like, we need to clean up. Yes, brother. Yes. Well, yes, we need to clean up these streets. Well, let's all go down.
Yeah.
Well, there's no one left.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Well, we all went down to the new government building.
Yeah.
And they all gave us jobs. We walked in with guns, and they walked out with jobs. And it was literally everyone except for him.
Yeah. Well, he decided he was
going to keep the door open. There was like 1,000 of us. Yeah. And it's like, but they were hiring that day.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's so fucking stupid. I love it. I love it so much.
It's so dumb.
And then he's like, well, that's, we hear his wife. Why, lady wife come in. And it's Jan Brady.
Yeah. And the music is playing, by the way, to the Brady Punch.
She's got fucking beads in her hair.
Mm-hmm.
He has children who are both fucking Connecticut white.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, blue-eyed.
And they're all wearing dashikis.
Father, can we watch television? But first you need to tell me what you wrote for your report. And it's literally a report about how we need to kill the white man.
Yeah. It is one of, again, this was something I couldn't find a clip of.
So out of the mouth of the smallest, whitest child you can find, in the smallest, whitest voice you can hear, he talks about the oppression of the black people and how Whitey is keeping us down.
And his little lily white sister just like, preach on, brother. It's fucking genius.
I haven't laughed that hard at a scene in a long time.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Fuck.
It is so fucking good.
And he's like, that's beautiful. You can now watch television, and they're like, yay! So yeah, Jack Spade's not getting any help here.
No.
So he goes.
And I think also Eve Plum at the end just says, "Power to the black man."
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
So he goes to visit
Thanks,
Cheryl
Jan
at
Brady.
work. She works at the a local diner, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And more goons show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the secondary squad shows up.
Yeah.
And this is where Mama comes in again. And, well, not Mama. It's a clearly white man with a mustache.
With a mustache and a fro.
Yeah, beating the shit out of the two goons.
Yeah.
And then cut to the end of the scene, and then it's Belle again.
Because that's just genius. That's just how you do that.
And he's just mad. He's just like, you always... This always happens. You always fight my battles for me, Mama. I need to fight my own battles. Like, and so she's just like, okay, that's fine. I'll never fight another battle for you again.
You know, because before she was calling him a little bitch, basically being like, you know, who was there when that girl was beating you up? Or who was there when that midget family was kicking your ass? I had to take care of it.
I can't believe that actually paid off.
Yeah, it did. It actually did.
That throwaway story about little people beating them up and that woman pays off weirdly.
It does. It pays off in the third act. This movie's surprisingly well constructed for nonsense.
For an hour and a half of pure,
utter nonsense.
Adulterated nonsense.
Yes.
You know, so Slade and Belle meet up again, and of course Slade goes, "Oh, hi, Belle." And they're like, hey. I mean, I guess Dad's not around anymore, but still, hey, keep it in your pants.
Yeah, but
Slade. You know, and then there's a shooting.
Yes.
Where Jack and Slade are trying to get taken out. White guy, just some guy gets shot.
Yeah, just random guy, because, you know, they opened fire.
But the wife, or I guess the future wife, she goes into his pocket because she knows that there's a ring in there, because I guess he was going to propose. She's like, what are you doing, lady? He's like, I've been waiting 12 years for this. I'm putting it on. And then they proceed to use his body as a shield to get into the building. Turns out the shooters are Willie and Leonard.
Yeah. Who were surprisingly adept.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have thought.
But then they get the better of them. And they get told again, you want to take over.
Isn't this the one? Hang on, this is the one where they're shooting, and he just literally Slade just climbs up on the roof and jumps on them.
Jack does that.
Oh, Jack does it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Jack does it.
Because Slade is just covering fire.
Right. And he just jumps on them, and it's like, oh fuck, I guess
they're taken.
Yeah, they're like, we're done.
So you can either go over the side or down the stairs. I guess we're taking.
We always take the stairs,
and then again kick them down the stairs.
Although this one did look like they just threw themselves down the stairs, which made me laugh.
Because at this point, they're just like, it's fine.
Yeah, this is what we do.
So they go looking for One-Eyed Sam, because they need some hardware. I'll take it. What is it? I'll take a double whiskey. I'll take a Pepsi, double.
Of course.
Because he's like, if you're going to be a hero, you need to drink like a hero. What's this Pepsi business?
Well, Pepsi's good.
You know, and he tells him that you have to drink alcohol, and you got to sleep with loose women.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, hey, Jack, he was real sweet on your mom. Is that implying something?
We don't talk about that.
I guess not. So before we get to Cherry,
yes,
we have the lounge singer, who was played by Kim Wayans, who's terrible.
Yes.
And they literally say,
"Yep,
well, who is she?" Well, she's the director's sister. And I'm like, well, that's just
brilliant.
That's just funny.
That is just funny. Yep,
that's true on
every level.
On every level. So yes, we do get the Cherry, who is sitting at the end of the bar, and she's this hot little number in a fucking bright red pleather. It's not leather.
It looks like what fucking Eddie Murphy was wearing in Delirious. That's what it looks like.
Like fucking hot, bright red. And she's looking for 12 inches.
Yes, she is.
And Jack lies and says he has 12 inches. So he's just like, oh, we're waiting for somebody. He's like, and Slade's like, oh, One-Eyed Sam can be wild. So if you want to go handle your business, okay.
He hesitates because he's like, I don't really want to do this, but he's like, all right, well, why not?
Here we go. Brings her home, or brings her to her place, I suppose. A Cherry, yeah. About the 12 inches.
I'm afraid I don't quite have 12 inches. And she says, oh, well, if we're being honest, my eyes aren't really green.
Oh, that's fine.
So she takes her contacts out. And while we're at it, my hair. Check this out. And you think, oh, it's going to be extensions. No. It's a giant wig.
Yep.
She's bald, Jerry. She's bald.
Not that bald. There's tufts.
She's Homer Simpson.
Yeah, there's tufts.
She's